Welcome to The Informed Citizen, a political program with a difference. I'm John Palmer. The war in Iraq, the hunt for Osama bin Laden, illegal immigration, all important issues that will take center stage in November's midterm elections. Today we'll hear from both political parties about the issues and concerns that may shape your vote this November. But first, a very special guest. Ken Rynne loves to make people laugh. In fact, he has built a career around it. Ken has played with some very famous, or shall we say infamous, Washington comedy acts, and he knows Washington inside out, having been a lawyer and a lobbyist. Lawyer, lobbyist, comedian, which is more fun?
I think the best thing to be is a former lawyer and an unindicted lobbyist.
Were you a serious lobbyist? I mean, really? You were out there lobbying?
I was a serious lobbyist. I represented my corporation and worked for bankruptcy reform and Fair Credit Reporting Act.
Well, that's very serious stuff. What's going to happen in November? You must have given a lot of thought to that.
I've thought about it all the way here on the bus, John. And as a recovering Democrat, I'm very concerned because at this time of year, I think that we Democrats realize we have a shot at 24 open seats. And that scares me because most Democrats I know who can count to 24 are already picking out their offices and writing their new business cards.
And that's a dangerous thing to do, isn't it? We remember, what, 94?
That's right. Wise man. In 94, we had 25 seats open, and the loyal opposition, the Republicans who were out of power, came up with a new product available at your grocer's shelves called the Contract with America. And this contract promised a balanced budget, it promised term limits, it promised a heartbreak of psoriasis would be terminated. And they promised if we don't give you all of these things, then throw us out.
And we saw what happened.
They're still there.
Ken, we've got a clip of your skit, Bud Noir, and we'd like to talk about that a little bit. But first, let's take a look at that clip.
It was a dark and stormy night on Capitol Hill. In a city that knows how to keep its secrets. It doesn't keep its secrets, but it knows how to keep its secrets. The spring fog rolled in as thick as a Ted Stevens highway appropriations bill. And the only creatures around at this hour were a few members of Congress, some staff, and some alcoholics. But I repeat myself. The lobbyists were schmoozing, the call girls were calling. And the lawyers were overbilling, but I repeat myself.
Wonderful, wonderful. Gosh, there must be just an endless stream of material in this town. Every day, every front page of every Washington Post must give you a lot of ideas.
It's great. It helps when you have 535 very busy writers on the Hill, and even more than that in the executive branch.
Who's the funniest person on the Hill, a congressman or senator?
Intentionally funny?
Well, either way.
No, Barney Frank is the funniest, I think. There's one of the smartest and the funniest members. But right now, as we go into the elections, I'm watching the Republicans saying that we have to fear terrorism, and the Democrats are saying we have to fear Republicans. And I'm wondering what happened to the FDRs who said we have nothing to fear but fear itself.
Let's talk seriously about, if we might, about Iraq. This is a hard time. I would think like after 9/11. That's a hard time to be funny, isn't it? And we've lived with the Iraq situation now for more than 2 years. But do you deal with that at all? Do you deal with Iraq? Because that's a big issue all over the country, certainly is in Washington, D.C.
Well, it is serious, but when you realize that the president declared victory over 3 years ago, and some broadcasters point this out periodically, you just celebrate that we won the war 3 years ago, and now we're having difficulty with the peace, but the war was won. So declare it won.
What about gaffes? We did a program the other day on political gaffes.
Oh, political gaffes.
Like Senator Allen has had a couple lately. He's had some gaffes there. Do you deal in that? What people say like that?
I wish they wouldn't do that because that gives me nothing to do.
Uh-huh.
You could just report it straight and, the
Yeah.
macaca's all over.
Yeah. Do you think you may go back to being a lawyer or a lobbyist, or just stay with being a comedian?
After this, I think I'm stuck with being a comedian.
Well, you do it very, very well, and you're not going to give up your day job. Or what is your day job?
This would be my day job.
Uh-huh.
And just remember, on November 7th, once you elect one of these two candidates, you won't have to listen to both of them anymore.
All right. Thank you, Ken. Thanks so much for being with us. Appreciate it. And next, what you and voters have to say about this November's midterm elections. So stay with us. Thank you. Thank you.